Alright, we are back. I called Comcast. Apparently the modem they gave me yesterday didn't have the correct boot file on it. And they remotely downloaded that to it, and hopefully that fixes it. If not, then I get to call them again. But there's no way to know if it fixes it unless we try and do this shit, so.
Already done.
Try we shall.
Not a problem for me. Suits my purposes.
So we are just buffing here, turning the Medicaid signal on. Cassia.
If I may, now you're clad in scarlet.
Alright. We got a stun. And I think a killer too. And I will give everyone armor. It's like the only one I ever use, but at least it's something. What is this based on? 13%? Int bonus times 2? Yeah, that's never going very high.
If
Alright.
it serves your cause.
We hunt this prey.
I understand your intent. Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Alright. It should have given me the buff, right? I did not get the buff for that? Oh, I did. I have the temp wounds, I think. Yeah, I do. Okay. Alright, let's, take out a couple more of these. As we can.
This tedium is beneath. I deal death with my hands.
Where is Claim the Bounty?
If I am not your...
High momentum.
There we go. I wasn't sure if I was going to land that, but I did. All good.
Let's get to it.
Oh, I didn't see those. That'll be fine. Kinda want to give Argenta the turn. I could give Adira the turn. Get everyone buffed. I'm pretty sure the correct call is to give Argenta the turn.
I am fear incarnate.
So we Reckless Rush. We come over here.
Guided by faith. Escape the Emperor's judgment.
Man, I have no shot at hitting, like, any of these.
I'll do it.
I will rapid fire.
I'll do it.
Okay. Then you come down here.
I will bathe
Run and
this
gun.
battlefield in righteous fury.
And you switch over to the shotgun, where you
The
concentrated
enemies of the
fire.
Emperor will be undone. Faith without deeds.
And you switch over to this. We have a single shot here.
Strike is a prayer.
And then I will switch back over to this. And move here. To fire on you like
Rejoice in
so.
battle. Eradicated.
Before swapping to this.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Before using this to purge this person. And I can firearm mastery here for eat attacks. Or I can go back. Yeah, it looks like firearm mastery is probably the best call here.
And thy light I crave. This is why I was chosen.
I'm wearing the item that makes it so single shots with the heavy bolter cannot miss.
I'll do it.
So we might be able to take this person out.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
It'll be close. have one more shot? Yes, I do.
As the Emperor commands, I am eradicated. Doubt is for the weak.
Alright, and then we Furious Recital. And gain 50 momentum. And that puts me here. Am I able to move you? Yes. I just want to move you closer here to fight this combat servitor.
God Emperor, move through me. Be the
129 ballistic skill.
Cast your eye there.
And then, am I able to fire on this person? I am.
You didn't stand a chance.
Elliot, you can have a go. We missed the 95%. Hecking rip. Well, so be it, I suppose. How do I... Oh, I see what's going on.
It will be done.
Brace for impact.
I will do my duty.
Wall of Rockcrete.
It will be done.
Endure. Yeah, this is fine. I have the action points, I may as well spend them. We'll get some movement out of this at least.
Let's get to it.
Alright, Argenta. You get to
Faith
concentrated
without
fire.
deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands.
And then you can
I'll do
rapid
it.
fire.
I will not.
What?
I refuse.
Why can't you use burst fire this turn? Why can't you use your one weapon at all? Oh! I already used my attack this turn. That's why.
Doubt is for the
We
weak.
wildfire. And revel in slaughter.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Alright, Adira. I need you to warp speed everyone.
On it.
And then you can fire on this person.
Was that you? Or
Let's make it quick.
Abelard. I need you to sprint up here as far as you can. Are you able to taunt anyone? Yes.
Indeed.
Wall of Rock, create, endure, and defensive stance. Don't think it's gonna matter too much here, but that's fine.
Try to die with grace, at least.
Okay. If I have you come over, I can't move, can you? Because you already attacked. That's fine. We can give Argenta yet another turn.
Your death in colors.
We are okay with that. We Reckless Rush.
as the Emperor
Concentrated
commands,
fire.
I act.
Oh yeah, no, there was another internet hiccup. And then I called the service provider, and apparently the new modem they gave me didn't have the proper boot file or something. So they remotely downloaded that, and now I'm testing it. Because if I have issues again, I am going to ream them. I will wring their necks. I am so thoroughly done with this. How you doing today, Schlupp? Hope all's well.
Doubt is for the weak. You, my Emperor!
Alright, we come over here. We swap to this. And I will
Guided by
wildfire.
faith.
But yeah, I didn't even drop frames earlier. I just straight up went offline. Like, it went from 0 dropped frames to no connection. And I had literally 0 up speed. And my down speed was about 1/10 of what it was supposed to be. It was impressive. Alright, so here
I'll do it.
we rapid fire.
As the Emperor commands, none can escape the Emperor's justice.
Okay, that might have been a little overkill.
I'll do it.
Run and gun.
As the
Into
Emperor
Revel and
commands,
Slaughter.
I act.
After a day of working, just fine. Nice.
Faith without deed is a prayer.
Stop, my kin. It's me.
Do you really believe you can match a child of Asurion?
bloodshed.
Cassia, Irliet. Question, if I'm like here, does that still qualify even though I'm not on the correct Z layer? I mean, I guess we'll find out. Abelard, you can just do Abelard things. There's only 2 of them. I can deal. Okay, I buff myself again. Bring it down.
Already done.
We buff, is this properly retransmitting? No, it's not. Why did it hit her, but nobody up here? What? Hello? They're in range.
Nothing I can't do.
Oh, now it decides to.
Not
This
a
game is so
problem for
buggy
me.
sometimes. Less so than Baldur's Gate 3. But it still has some issues that need to be worked out. Thankfully, most of the ones I've seen have been with the new Overseer class. So it's expected that it has some bugs. But still a little disappointing. Point of curiosity. No. This'll be fine.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Okay, give you an exploit.
I understand
Precise
your
attack.
intent.
And Cull the Bold.
This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your fortune favors the swift.
Darn, not quite. Not quite. That's okay. They can come over here and play with Abelard.
Fate
And apparently actually
my
hit.
actions.
I've suffered worse.
Sure. You killed your own person and did 0 damage to Abelard? But sure. If that's how you wanted to do it.
Anything is. But of course.
If I come here, 12% instead of 6%. I mean, it's technically better.
The enemies of
Reckless
the Emperor
Rush.
will be undone. I'll
Rapid
do it.
fire.
Doubt is for the weak.
Actions.
Alright. Then we run and gun. This will always hit.
Can escape the Emperor's judgment.
There we go. Irliet's usually dispassionate face is contorted in a grimace of pain and rage. Your elucidator activates when she begins speaking in her own language. I swear on Cain's riven heart. Cain is a name I recognize. Mostly from the Sword of Cain from Total War Warhammer 3 and 2. But still, name I recognize. Morin, you will pay for your treachery. May Morai Heg sunder your fate and cast it away. May the blood of Eldanesh flood your throat. I don't know who you're talking about, but I promise I'll gladly help you pour the cup of suffering down their throat. Irliet closes her eyes, sucks in a breath through her teeth, and quickly murmurs something. When she opens her eyes, her face is once again a mask of cool serenity. She looks at you and begins to speak, this time in Low Gothic. Please excuse me, Elentak. I allowed the turmoil in my soul to win out over my reason. A slip like that could cost me more than you can even imagine. My very soul. I must be more careful, even in the face of treachery. Isn't it time you told me what's going on here? I see no other path. You deserve the truth. We call ourselves children of Aesarin. They're the craft world Aeldari. Aeldari is another name of ours. We are the echoes of the great empire that once ruled the galaxy and created new worlds. The planet that you call Janus is one such maiden world, the Lilithan, a haven that our ancestors made for their kin. For many millennia, only the shadows of our predecessors lived among the ruins until you humans came here. We are the heirs, and we are entirely within our rights to call the maiden world our own. However, our arrival is a tragedy, not a homecoming. We belonged to a craft world, Krudarak, which fell on the border of the star region. Only the providence of the merciful gods allowed us to escape the fate that befell those whose souls perished amidst the stardust along with our abode. Destroying an Aeldari craft world is a serious achievement. I'd like to shake the hand of whoever did it. Abelard, please, time and place. After the calamity, the Lilithan offered my kin a sanctuary, a place of respite in the ruins of our ancestors, under the canopy of the forests created by the wisdom of our world singers, living alongside your kind, who reap the fruits of our labor with such vulgarity. You came to Janus along with the rest of the Aeldari? No, my path brought me to the Lilithan later, by another route. It was Morin who welcomed me here. He was one of the surviving Farseers of Krudarak. He was with a handful of Asurani, who had escaped death and found the path here. To the destroyed cradle of our kind. They were outraged when they saw how the monkey had ravaged our flourishing garden. How are your kin connected to the uprising on this planet? The Asurani do not enter battles they cannot win. However, it is in our power to direct the currents so that the elements themselves wash obstacles and enemies from our path. And so it was in this case. Moran, the Farseer of the Krudarak, saw a future without the monkey, and we followed his lead. We simply used the monkey's passions against them, their love of freedom and anarchy, their love of domination and violence. Stoking enmity between servants and rulers is easier when your targets are governed by emotion rather than reason. My kin became military advisors to the monkey, who rose up against the ruler of this world. I had a different mission, to become Vistenza's handler, since the rebels would be unable to get her until both sides were sufficiently weakened. The ruler of the humans had never seen a child of Aesarin before. And so she accepted the lie about a degenerate branch of monkey dwelling far from their own kind. Why did your own kind attack you? I know not the answer to that question. Many cycles have passed since I departed these forests and my kin. They cannot have forgotten me, can they? Why would a handful of Xenos go to war with against a whole planet? Why are you telling me all this? What's brought on this candor? Alentak, your arrival has thrown my paths into disarray and lifted the veil on the truth that had been hidden from me. While I was shadowing the humans' ruler, I failed to see the signs that there was another threat looming over the Lilithan besides the monkey's deeds. The threat should be familiar to you, as it is to other intelligent species in the galaxy. We call it Silent Thresh, she who thirsts, goddess of chaos. Pretty sure in the monkey language it is Slanesh. Ah, okay. Yes. Silent Thresh and She Who Thirsts are the names the Aeldari give to the chaos god Slanesh, their ultimate enemy. Slanesh is the god of passion, excess, and forbidden pleasures, and is known for his fickle and treacherous nature. The monkey are weak in spirit. They are susceptible to the propositions of She Who Thirsts, and in their drive to attain her poisoned gifts, they perform perverse rituals in her name. Rituals that require sacrifice, like the monkey who were brought to the palace and never seen again. The Lilithan's world spirit senses the threat and resists as much as it is able. The living things that inhabit this world are becoming its weapons, weapons turned against the monkey. Poisonous plants, rabid beasts, these are all like a blade in the Lilithan's hand as she fights the coming of Slanesh. The signs that have been revealed to me, they all indicate the presence of corruption on this world. Tendrils of corruption may be threading through the world spirit, poisoning it even as we speak. But for corruption to take hold of the planet so quickly requires effort directed by the will of another. I believe Vistanza Viat is in the thrall to the will of Slanesh. What? Vistanza Viat, the governor who has duly served the dynasty and the Imperium for decades? Zen, I hope you will not stand for such scurrilous slander aimed at one of your finest servants. As lamentable as it may be, the Imperium's history knows many cases where even its most steadfast followers of the Creed would turn away from his light. Governor Viet had to tap into many founts of knowledge to turn Janus into a prosperous agri-world. Perhaps one of those founts became her undoing. If Vistenza is to blame, maybe Vistenza is tainted from consorting with the archenemy. We will have to find out for ourselves. Perhaps the signs I uncovered have failed to convince you. I pray to the gods that other proof, something more comprehensible to you, will emerge to sway your opinion. Slanesh is deceitful and cunning. She subtly penetrates the soul, offering false perfection, luring victims into her web with promises of wicked ideal. The ruler of the monkey perhaps does not even know that her soul has been corrupted. Next time you despair at the competence of the Imperial Navy, remember that Abelard is... You're not wrong. You're not wrong. How many of their own ships did they blow up in that space battle yesterday? 2? 3? Something like that. It was impressive. And not in the good way. If we want to meet with the leaders of the uprising, we better keep moving. The dimness under the canopy, you notice the outlines of machines, portable generators that provide power to the camp. Some of the machines have fallen into disuse, and it would be impossible to make sense of the cables and wires strewn about the floor without the help of a tech priest. Ooh, Cybermastiff. Cybermastiff gains plus 10 weapon skill and 100% extra damage. When the Cybermastiff hits the apprehended enemy, the Cybermastiff gains a stacking plus 8 bonus to strength and plus 0 bonus to toughness for 1 round. I'll hold on to that for Solomorn. The floor of the bunker is littered with sleeping bags, backpacks, and the rebels' meager belongings. Clothes smeared with blood, primitive data slates, half-eaten Nutribars.
Victory awaits.
Do you see that? I still can't believe that you let me stay, Lord Captain. You didn't get rid of me. I'll live up to the trust you've placed in me.
The Shuriken Catapult. We're not using that, and this might be better than what she's currently using. Oh no, it is identical to what she is currently using.
One
That is
day,
fine.
your promise will turn to dust, like a wellspring that has run dry. I pray that on that day I will be there to end this heresy, once and for all.
Here, Aeldari Chainsword.
Follow my lead. I won't tolerate weakness.
How do I get over to this? Ah, it might be from across here. Alright. Over here. Earlier, I need you to where? Was it this? Yes. Or Xenos.
Speak, Elantark. Choose your own path. I have learned much in my exile.
They say a little bit of humility never hurts
A
anyone.
level up.
I help others better themselves by wholeheartedly humiliating them at every step.
Alright. Let's see. What am I grabbing here? Ballistic skills, so that I can actually hit with the, I guess. I could go agility. For more dodge and... No, I can't go agility. Yeah, I'll go ballistic skill, sure. I could do you go on. If a noble uses an ability on their servant, the servant gains +1 AP next turn, does not stack with itself. Yeah, I could do this. I'll grab you, do something. I think. Alternatively, I could grab agility so that I can start taking agility. It's a thought. But I think I like you do something here. Over here, Abelard, you are taking weapon skill. And we can take another weapon skill here. Just get as much weapon skill as possible so that we have highest chance to hit possible and extra parry chance. And crit hit chance. Argenta, you are going agility, I want to say. Yes, agility and then overpower, if I remember correctly. Can I get overpower this level? Yes, crit hit damage and crit hit chance, which scales off of ballistics bonus. Cassia, perception, I'm guessing. Let's see. Could go perception. I could go fellowship. Start going up fellowship. I'll do that, and then open to the warp. Over here, we take perception, and then we can take prescient sight. And Adira. What are we getting on you? Willpower? Um... Hmm. What do we want here? Probably one of these. Confer immunity. I'll grab confer immunity here.
It's about time.
And we go for the Lore Xenos. How did you fail? The weathered runes are completely illegible. Elliot, it's your own language. The fuck?
My warp sight reveals something.
Too hard for a simple monkey?
%45 athletics.
Compared to
Nothing
naval
escapes
service,
my sight.
that was barely a challenge.
The Emperor favors me
A
today.
new challenge for me?
Alright, what do we have here? Kurt, I know it's been rough for you since the meeting by the ruins. First contact leaves an impression on everyone. But when I recommended you to the commander, I never thought you wouldn't have the stomach to process the truth. Think what you want, but I'm still your friend. I don't want anything to happen to you because of your own stupidity. I saw your bag with the packs of Nutribars that our lads brought from the settlement. And if you thought no one would notice a couple clips missing from Torben's backpack, you thought wrong. I want to give you a chance. Return the goods. You know every Nutribar counts these days. The stuff that grows in the forest is no longer edible, and we're in need of weapons more than ever. I can guess why you need all this. You want to split, abandon our cause, go back home, and pretend nothing happened. But I'm not writing this to appeal to your conscience. I just want to say that you're a marked man now, Kurt. After meeting the higher-ups, cutting and running is the worst thing you can try to do. They are watching those who've seen them. They won't let you leave. Let's talk. Just talk, you and me, in private. Let me know when you're in camp.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
In the back of the corpse's head, there is a strange narrow hole that does not look like it came from any conventional Imperial weapon. A hole like that could have been left by a thin blade piercing the skull.
Stop. There.
Agility and perception. Alright. Perfect. Because you were in need of that.
None shall stand in my way. Done.
The touch of She Who Thirsts has disfigured Lilithan down to the smallest of her children. How deep does this corruption run? The plant is covered in pulsating purple spots. Young shoots are already covered in similar marks. Clearly a sign of mutation, not of disease. Alright, I don't want to go that way yet.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Stop mocking
me.
I see. I thought I'd checked everywhere over here already. Apparently not.
Never doubt me. I better myself through my service. See, right there. The Emperor favors me today.
Alright.
Excellence matters.
What do we have here? Agility by 5 and athletics by 10. We'll just stack your agility this way. Okay. I'm going to go all the way around.
An expected result.
In fact, I'm going to head back to the Void Ship because I ended up with an injury. Or a trauma.
It's about time.
So what's further this way? I didn't fully explore down this path, but there has to be something, right? I swear to God, yo. It didn't pause. Where is my pause on finding traps? Did that somehow turn off?
We've got a job to do, Rust Bucket. On it.
I'll lay claim to
I'm
the
still
stars.
new to the art of
Holy cow, it
exploring.
actually paused.
Duty prevails.
Let's see. The wearer gains 6% dodge against enemies under the effect of exposed weakness. And these gloves reduce the recoil of all automatic weapons by 50%. Oh.
The Emperor is with us.
These creatures were once timid, so reticent. Could the seed of evil truly have taken root in them as well? Alright. It is time for ads. They will play for 3 minutes. They disable pre-rolls and mid-rolls for the next hour. I don't do anything in the meantime, so nobody misses out on any content, and then we will figure out how to start and do this fight. Alright, the ads are finished. I'm not really fond of the positioning here. Alright, Cassia, you can be here. I will be here with good old Hans there. Adira can be here with Vesper there. Abelard, you can be the chew toy in the back. Argenta, I'll put you there. And Irliet. You can just kind of exist here. And hopefully it'll be fine. Buff
Isn't this a
me.
job for the serfs?
Give me a turn.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Argenta. Propagate.
Nothing I can't do.
Medicaid signal. And we hope that this gets a stun.
Is this a job for the cells?
Alright, we got a stun off of it.
I'm injured. I'm enraged. I need your aid.
Oh god!
If I must. I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Alright,
This tedium is beneath. Ancestors guide me.
I should have used Call the Bold, probably.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey. No weakness is hidden from my sight. Abelard. Brace for impact, Wall of Rockcrete, Endure, Defensive Stance, Taunt, 3 of them,
At your beck and call.
and then slap this one.
Grey hair, sure hair.
And here.
Another soul slips beyond the veil.
Nice. And I will fire so that I do a little bit of damage. Argenta healed a little bit, that's fine. Do you have any critical wounds here? No. Nice. It's all that matters, so long as we don't have any traumas. Alright, Abelard. Wall of Rockcrete.
I'd rather not.
Endure. Charge in. Attack.
One fewer target.
And then taunt.
At your beck and call.
High momentum.
Alright, we propagate through the burb.
Will do. Was that you? Or will do.
Heal everyone.
Of course. On it. Quiet whispers.
And then deal some psychic damage.
I'm gonna control it myself.
Somehow didn't blow up anybody here. Impressive. Adira, you can bring it down on Abelard after you neuter them.
If you insist, Lord Captain. In the name of House Orselio, I shall prevail.
Defensive stance, sworn enemy,
Victory is
wall of rockcrete,
I will do
endure, charge in,
target well.
Abelard doesn't do enough damage.
At your beck and call. Reduce to dust.
Neat, and we got out of that with any traumas.
Victory awaits!
This Vox Tower was assembled from parts clearly not intended for such use. Among the support beams and plasteel sheets, you see arches from containers and fasteners from agri-cisterns. And what did I get? Reduce recoil of all automatic weapons by 50%. That's tempting. But, I mean, this is also really good. I think it's needed less now, though. So we'll get rid of the recoil. Because 40 recoil is, kinda gross. 20 is more manageable.
I won't tolerate weakness.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
Cool. I've already been down here, but for some reason it's not showing as cleared on the map.
None shall stand in my way.
Just like that's not showing as cleared on the map for some reason. Whatever. We are set to head down this way. Oh, more friendlies.
Dare to cross us.
Just two of the lesser ones. I'm okay with this. We've been ambushed, so I can't move. That's fine.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Here, I will buff
Not a problem.
Elliot, and then propagate. This doesn't look like it's propagating to everybody. Relocate to here.
Suits my purposes. All too easy. Nothing I can't do.
I don't get the Medicaid signal this turn because of that, but that's fine. Probably. They both got stunned. Okay, this is absolutely free now.
If it serves your cause. I understand your intent.
Nice miss. We're just propagating some buffs.
Anything else? Will do. Let's see what you can do.
Abelard just over here with, you know, 139 toughness and 99 strength.
It will be done. Indeed. Victory is imminent.
We charge in here. Or we can't. Okay, we move here. And attack.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. On to you and none.
And then we charge
I
in.
will do my duty.
My team feels very strong at the moment.
It's about time.
Let us see what I found. Stop! There!
This task should have been accomplished easily.
You failed a 95, huh?
Never doubt me.
I'm doubting you after failing that 95.
The Emperor favors me today.
My success was inevitable.
The massive statue depicts one of the gods of the Aeldari, an ancient Xenos race that once inhabited vast regions of the galaxy.
A trivial task.
A giant ravenous creature whose hide is pierced with spikes and spines. The skin around the growths is inflamed as if protuberances have appeared recently, causing the creature pain.
A new challenge for me?
Alright, what do we have going on here? Murrin, the tall being in a fine garment, turns to you, their face hidden behind the blank visor of their helm. When they begin to speak, even from a distance, you feel the air around the figure grow cold. Monkey, you should not be here. Iliet strides forward, her eyes flashing. Warren, I'm calling you to account. You said that the great danger threatening the Lilithan lurked in the hearts of the monkey, in their greed and ignorance, and all the while another enemy was looming over this world, an enemy whose tracks you should have seen in things to come. Slanesh. She who thirsts is threatening this world, and you hid it from us. Answer me. Did you, or did you not, behold our greatest foe in the Lilithan's future? Did you lie to me? After Erliet's words, the two tall Aeldari behind Warren start moving. One looks around at the leader, while the other lets out a cry, muffled under his visor. The rebel beside you cringes, as though the Aeldari speech causes him pain. He strains to say something, but Warren makes an imperious gesture at the soldier, meekly straightens up and salutes, staring at the Xenos with slavish devotion. The robed figure inclines their head, and then they begin to speak. Erliet, the outcast, you left the path that was set out for you. You brought unknown monkey to our refuge, and now you speak to me with unseemly anger. Your long wanderings far from Kudarak have altered your mind and tainted your sight. I don't know what to say here at all. Say nothing. My wanderings are the path I have chosen for myself. Far from the walls of Kudarak, I have seen and come to know things that no Aeldari could, no other Aeldari could hidden... that no other Aeldari could, hidden away in a craft world their entire life. Why do you deny my words about Slaanesh? Is it because you were lying to me and my kin when you showed us the true path? This Elentek was the first person to discover the coming of Slaanesh, one of those whom the Monkey call Chaos Gods. Without him, I would still be deceived by your words about destiny and the true future. Monkey revealing paths. It's ludicrous. Monkey bring pain and strife in our time and for all time. How can you trust a monkey after what we taught you? After hearing the sorrowful song of the dying world, Warren turns his head toward you. It was not chance that brought Kudarak down. Monkey destroyed our ancient home, stripped us of our defenses, doomed us to wander amidst the cold stars. The colors of these Xenos are painful to behold, but there is just as much pain in their hearts. Or could it be fear? Despair? I cannot tell. The hues are too strange, too... Cassia flinches, and a trickle of blood runs down her cheek. I'm sorry to hear about that your home was destroyed, but I wasn't there and know nothing of this calamity. Warren gazes at you intently. If these words had come from an Aeldari, I would have believed them. But you are merely a monkey. A plaything of your own passions. Any emotion that takes hold of your soul can drive out all traces of reason and honor. You're playing with words and avoiding the question? Notes of desperation and rage are creeping into Erliet's voice now. God, her name's so difficult to pronounce. The Lilithan is under threat from our eternal foe, and yet you're more concerned about the presence of the Elentek than the corruption that is flowing through the veins of this world? Did you never consider that your war might simply be hastening Slaanesh's triumph? Perhaps the ruler's servants, in their efforts to protect her, will resort to more and more instruments of corruption? Warren leans down over Erliet, his tone menacing. You left Kudarak in our darkest hour to gratify your ego. You came to us on the Lilithan, and I accepted you as one of our own. I even gave you a real purpose. Erliet the outcast, and you dare to insult me, a Farseer? It was a mistake to let you into our circle. You've turned our efforts to survive into dust with your own hands. I'm a child of Asuran. Muren is not a plaything in the cold not a plaything in the cold hands of fate, which you claim speaks through your mouth. My choice of path is no worse than yours or any other Aeldari's. And my path calls me to fight our true enemies, not eradicate the monkey. If it comes to it, I will stand with them. For this Elentech can see what you are blind to, Farseer. Surely its eyes are alight with fury. She pointedly lays her hand on her weapon, looking away from the Farseer. I am willing to help the Aeldari defeat the archenemy, but first we must deal with the rebellions you have been orchestrating. So, Irliet the Outcast has revealed our secret to you. I'm sure you have something to say in that regard, monkey? I want to stop the violence on the planet once and for all. If this world is in serious danger, there's no sense fighting each other. Let us deal with our common enemy together. The name of that danger is Monkey, and I will see to it that the Lilithan is purged of those defiling her face. Then again, there is one way to prove to me that the Monkey truly do care about the well-being of their captured world. Eliminate the ruler of the Monkey sojourning on the Lilithan, and relinquish the governing of this world to me and my kin. The Lilithan herself will stand as surety for our agreement, as will your compatriots who live on it, and the profit that you will gain by tilling the maiden world. Our human helpers will replace the leaders of the Monkey, and we will be the ones who govern Lilithan from the shadows. And where's my guarantee that the planet and its inhabitants will be safe? You have the word of a child of Asuran, who venerates life far more than any of you. What is more, Monkey, I have not the slightest desire to inflict harm upon the Lilithan, the land of the Aeldari ancestors. Moirin says nothing for a few moments. I suppose my demands can be considered a gift for the likes of you. You could not wish for anything better than Aeldari's stewards to rule over Monkey without bloodshed? Oh, God. There's 3 iconoclast options, and I feel like only one of them is the correct one. Fuck. Because this involves... I don't wanna. Because this involves a companion, I want to look this up so that I don't fuck things up and lose the companion. Even if it's not a companion I plan on using frequently, I don't want to fuck this up. So I'm going to check real quick. It doesn't really say. Okay, major choice. I can't convince your fights the Eldar. Rebels join the Eldar. Early, you will have the option to side with. I don't want any more blood. Cannot side with Vistenza Viat later. We shall do things another way. Okay, so I can choose it. I should be able to choose this and not fuck anything up. Which is the one that I wanted to choose initially. We shall do things another way. I shall grant my protection to this form of alliance between Xenos and representatives of humanity. Together, we shall destroy Vistenza and her associates, and then humans and Aeldari will flourish on Janus under my patronage. Lord Captain, are you, pardon my frankness, sure that you haven't just bitten off more than you can chew? Who told you this idea would sit well with the locals? Warren stares at you for several seconds. At last, he says, an alliance? That is how you interpreted what I said? Then again, if you prefer that word, let us call it an alliance. We will protect the Lilithan, but we will do so without violence. We will work for the interests of our race and our world through trusted Monkey. While we remain in the shadows of the forests, this will be safer for everyone. If the Lilithan remains in our charge, I'm willing to come to an agreement. We will not lose another kinsman, and we will be able to tend to this world, which has suffered so many years under the humanity's yoke. As regards the ruling Monkey, Warren makes a strange gesture, and the Aeldari behind him take off running into the forest. We will help you. The rebel nods in satisfaction. That's good. That's good. Our commander should stay in charge. They'll know what to do. They'll know what's best, what pleases the God Emperor. Elliot gives you a long, studying look. Wait, Elentok, before you leave these forests forever, take me with you to the distant suns. The tale of the children of Assyrian on the Lilithan is coming to an end, but somewhere out there among the cold stars of the cosmos that your kind calls the Expanse, there are others deprived of home, lost, suffering. We can help one another. You will be my wings, and I your wounding spear, and your voice of reason should you encounter my kin. If that's still enough, or if that is still not enough, he thinks for a moment and continues carefully. I promise you a wondrous reward, Elentek. The treasures of my world, hidden in the vastness of space, in exchange for the rescue of my kin. If you remain true to your word, and do not go back on our covenant. It's an honor to welcome an Aeldari wanderer to my ranks. The Aeldari shifts slightly and lowers her head. A ghost of a smile appears on her lips. My heart sings at the thought of the Lilithan's approaching liberation. But we must not rest while Slaanesh servants still mar the face of the maiden world. And remember your promise, Elentek? When we leave the Lilithan, it will be to go to the distant stars. Warren saw them in his visions, and they sang mournful songs about the fate of my people. And I will fight beside you until the Song of the Stars turns into a funeral lament. Alright, am I able to come up here and... there are goods to be looted?
victory awaits.
Oh, my void ship just magically showed up here? I mean, I won't complain. I will keep Earliet on me for the rest of this planet. Will I? I don't need her for this, do I? Return to the governor. Kinda want my Cabela back. And here we go agility. I'm like 90% sure. Yes. And then we can grab... Okay, so I need to grab some Lore Xenos or something. Base skill Lore Xenos. I will grab that here, so I can grab Drukhari weapon proficiency later. Because Drukhari weapon proficiency will give me Toxin. Just another dot to be spreading.
Follow my lead!
One moment, please. Alright, there we are.
I'll lay claim to
Sorry about that. I had to
sound.
turn a fan on. My air conditioning is not kicking on yet. And my room is sweltering. Lord Von Valencius, we are most delighted to welcome you as our guest. Would your lordship prefer to speak to the governor alone or with your entourage? My entourage will accompany me in my meeting with the governor. Greetings, your lordship. How may I be of assistance? You neglected to mention the strange changes in the planet's flora and fauna. Magos Vinzelex is a very wise man, but his fixation on evolutionary processes seems a little extreme to me. Janus was heavily cultivated. Our forests were cleared and mountains raised across half the planet. It is no surprise that we are still noticing the consequences of those changes. It's possible that the plant mutations are connected to a waste runoff from the harvesting equipment, and the changes in wildlife behavior could be a reaction to the expansion of the cultivated area. Vistenza shakes her head with a laugh. Are you surprised by my knowledge of the topic? Our whole dynasty has dedicated itself to taming Janus, this plentiful yet stubborn planet. Every member of the Viat bloodline is versed in the fundamentals of planetary engineering and its consequences. Rumors have reached me about oddities among Janus's population. I don't deny it. Some of our experiments exact a higher toll on the population than others. You see, recently, one of the noble families of Janus has taken on the difficult task of enhancing the attributes of our workers. So far, it has involved introducing experimental supplements to their food and mental conditioning in monitored settlements. Sometimes procedures are disrupted and part of the population suffers from side effects. The specialists of the Gravis family would be better placed to inform you on this topic, but alas, they are currently engaged in the field. The tech priest mentioned ancient ruins belonging to the Xenos. I know what you're referring to, strange structures of an unknown material. For the prevention of any unfortunate accidents, I ordered the area to be declared out of bounds for all. Some things are better left under a thick layer of dirt, beyond the grasp of even the enlightened minds of the Adeptus Mechanicus. I found the rebel's nest, Vistanza. Have you really, your lordship? And what did you learn? Let's not waste our time on meaningless chatter, Vistenza. You're a servant of the archenemy? What? No. Enough lies and diversions. If there is even a grain, the barest shadow of the dignity of the children of the Imperium left within you, confess now. You accuse me of deceit. I will not stand for it, your lordship. What is this about? The colors are darting to and fro like startled shadows. The colors know. Know that they are the veil that stands between the soul and the truth. If the veil falls, all will turn red and purple. Even now, I can already see the muted purple seeping through. It is beneath the dignity of a governor to squirm so pathetically, Vistenza. Vistenza clenches her teeth so hard you hear a crack. I, daughter of House Viat, governor of Janus and citizen of the Imperium, serve no one other than the Emperor and the Von Valentius dynasty. And what you are accusing me of is merely a tool at my disposal. A tool that I have the power and courage to use. Do you think ordinary methods would have been enough to tame this demented planet? No. My family struggled for decades to subdue Janus once and for all, and it was all in vain. But loyal servants of those families, who have resided on Janus for centuries, helped me to unlock a new source of power, ancient knowledge secretly passed down from generation to generation, accessible to a select few, and which grants power over nature itself. How could I reject it? How could I undo all the work of my predecessors, who were entrusted with Janus, who faithfully served the Von Valentius dynasty, and who, with a man's obsessiveness, hewed this rock into a stunning diamond? 2 days spent among the initiated was enough for me to start hearing the voices of angels in my ears, angels who gifted me the keys to conquering this world. And before you offend my ears with more accusations or moral admonishments, remember who has dutifully served your dynasty all these years. Remember who has devoted her life to turning Janus into the primary source of wealth in your protectorate. Remember to whom your predecessor entrusted one of her most valuable worlds. Without fear of treachery or conspiracy, without me, without my services, my sacrifice, Janus would be nothing. An explanation unworthy of the world's governor. A thin line appears between Cassia's furrowed eyebrows. You expect to be rewarded for faithful service and boast about a sacrifice you should never have made. The world has turned its back on you, Vistenza, and now so is the God Emperor. Theodora knew about your inclination? Did she know? She owned this planet for many decades. She probably did pick up on the local gentry's quirks. But did she ask me outright, as you are doing now? No. Your predecessor was much more interested in supplies and tithes, which I provided without fail. I will not allow a miscreant like you to continue wreaking evil. You made a mistake in thinking that anyone would come to your aid on my world, servants? To me? We have all the time in the world to just, like, blast through that or go around it, and, like, we just sit there and don't.
None shall stand in my way.
Game, can you let me click on it, please? Thank you.
I rise to the occasion.
My warp site reveals something.
Argenta.
Heresy grows. Blessed be the road that we take. The burden of failure is the most terrible punishment.
I hate this game sometimes. The frequency with which I fail, 85%, is ridiculous. I mean, I guess it's offset by the number of times I've succeeded on, like, stupid low percents. But it feels like the percentages are reversed. I know that's not the case, but that's how it feels sometimes. Yeah.
It's about time.
Alright, we are freshly healed.
I'm still new to the art of exploring.
I did fine.
Argenta, why can't you take after me?
A new challenge for me.
I didn't fail at my trap.
Done. Victory awaits. Submit, and you'll die quickly. Come to chaos.
Alright, let's see. Oh, nice. This is actually very convenient setup here. Cassia, you can be here. I will be here with... pawns being placed back here. Kadira, you can be here. And Vesper can be back there. Abelard. Argenta. And Cabela. Cassia is going to buff me. And then give me a turn.
I'm a navigator, not a servitor.
Where I will buff everyone else.
Not a problem for me. Already done. Suits my purposes.
Medicaid signal. Cassia can gaze.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around. Minds exist only to be broken.
Alright. Here we relocate the burb.
Quiet, Whispers. It's my toy, and I'm gonna control it myself.
And then we start propagating.
But of course. Anything else?
Should I blow up? It should blow up on them instead.
Was that you? Or anything else?
$47, $51. This is $54.
Let's see what you can do.
That'll do.
On it.
Alright, Cabela. You are absolutely just statted through the roof here. Go ham. Go absolutely ham. I'm just making sure there's nothing left in this room that I need to take care of. Captive audience. Reckless ambition. Blade dance.
Let your soul be purged. Trust me. As honor orders.
Blood oath.
The shadows
Where it
will
hurts.
see it done. I shall not.
My soul sings in ecstasy.
As honor. As the tenets demand.
Brink of agony.
There we are. And we can do pain resonance.
See it done.
Weapon at the ready.
Rude.
Break their morale.
Me, Lord Captain.
Yeah, Cabela has 95% parry and 164% dodge. I don't think you're hitting. Alright, so we move up here. First things first, we reckless rush.
I act.
We rapid fire.
Faith without...
My soul sings in ecstasy.
I head over here. And I swap over to the shotgun. As I run and gun.
This battlefield in righteous fury.
And
As the
concentrated
Emperor
fire.
commands, I act.
Then toxic needle.
Doubt is for the weak.
Accept it. Embrace it.
Alright, and then here... Abelard, where are you?
So easy.
Alright, and then I can give this to Abelard.
Problem for me.
It will be done.
Endure. Wall of
That's
Rock
a better
create.
call.
Sworn enemy.
Grey hair, sure hair. It will be done. I took care of this one. Reduce to dust.
And then I can
Bring glory
give
to
Argenta
my
a turn.
bloodline.
As the Emperor
Where we
commands,
reckless
I
rush.
act. Faith
Concentrated
without deeds is
fire.
worthless. As the Emperor commands. I'll do it.
And then we come up here. We toggle over to this.
God,
We
Emperor,
revel in
move
slaughter.
through me. Be the fire in my heart.
We rapid fire. We wildfire.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Why I was chosen.
Huh. Force field, huh? 50% chance to absorb all incoming damage. I see, I see.
Doubt is for the weak.
Alright, and then we run and
Faith without
gun.
deeds is worthless. As the Emperor commands.
Alright, I guess that's as good as it's getting there. And it is time for ads. They're gonna play for 3 minutes. They disable pre-roll and mid-roll ads for the next hour. I don't do anything in the meantime, so nobody misses out on any content. And I will catch you all in 3 minutes. Alright. Yeah, it's finished. We can finish this, fight. I can come here, and I can fire.
Forge ahead.
It's not going to do much, but it's something. Nice. All I did was hurt the, statue. Poor statue did nothing wrong. Wall of Rock create.
I will do
Endure. Sworn enemy.
your beck and call.
We defensive stance. And then as we walk away,
Follow my lead.
I will then charge in.
An exemplary. I took care of this one.
And then I can come up here. And I will taunt.
Tactically sound approach.
Oh, and then I can still do this.
One fewer target.
Abelard, calm down.
High momentum.
Oh, hey. Nice. The Aeldari showed up. Not that they're going to be of much use here. Everything's kind of taken care of.
Battlefields are always drowned in scarlet.
Alright, so here we wildfire. Well, we rapid fire.
Battle.
Wildfire. And then, there we go. We head over here.
The enemies
Concentrated
of the
fire.
Emperor are undone.
8%.
Doubt is for the weak.
Why is it so... Okay, this is 39%.
Faith without deed.
And now 53%. I see.
As the Emperor commands you, my Emperor.
That's okay. I'm okay with this.
I'll do it. Doubt is for the weak.
Cassia, you get to come up here. And you get to be a massive bully.
Step aside. The navigator is coming. Isn't this a job for the... Another pearl painted black.
Solanish's voice is dwindling. We have fulfilled the terms of our agreement. Do not forget what you promised us, Monkey. Sinister Diary, Heretical Follower, Lore Warp, and a -10 penalty to willpower resistance tests. I'm okay with this.
None shall stand in my way.
Although the rites of the blood-spun web seem radical to me, I am glad to have such a fervent and devout warrior of the Emperor at our side.
Interesting. More lore warp that I can have.
I'm glad to fight side by side with his worthy servant, even though I usually hunt alone.
Neat.
Follow my lead.
I like how all of the portraits on the wall are Slaneshi. Totally not telling. Needle Pistol. Enforcer's Light Carapace. +10 to Persuasion. That could be okay. What are you using? I kinda like that, and this is essentially just as good. It's 8, not 10, but it's to 3 skills, not 1. So I'm okay with this.
Duty prevails.
60% tech use.
This cannot be.
He withholds his favor.
What in the world? That didn't go as I'd hoped.
How many times can I fail this?
I rise to the occasion.
I mean, you're not wrong. But I mean, you are wrong. But, you know. Being an aristocrat is to exist in a higher state of being, without a doubt. Each of us is born to realize one's supreme purpose, to lead humanity to perfection. Through our example, perfection which the lesser beings have forgotten in the endless cycle of war and service. Only by attending to their physical, intellectual, and spiritual needs can an aristocrat fully devote themselves to that for which they were born, creative passions, whether that be more refined spheres of worldly knowledge. An aristocrat's passion is in itself a virtue and the highest good. An aristocrat must satisfy these needs by any means open to them. Nothing stimulates a weary mind like fine amasec, a good flogging, or enjoyment of carnal pleasures with women, men, and animals. I don't know how. I don't think I believe this. In the thrill of passion, an aristocrat is at liberty to torture or maim the object of their desire. If the clergy frowns upon such an act, repent, atone for the apostasy with jewels, and forgive them their closed minds. For only an aristocrat is given to understand that such acts are in service of a grand purpose. Should an aristocrat deliberately curtail their own desires in some way and fail to appreciate the gifts granted to them as one of nature's higher beings, then in what way do they differ from the dust beneath one's feet, from the mindless beast, or from the crude, deceitful, useless rabble. Such a pretender is an agonizing stain on our noble society, and it behooves every true aristocrat to return our lost brother to the fold, or to stamp out his contemptible life as gladly as we might crush the vexatious bug beneath our boot. Alright, what is in this? Plus 10 strength. I mean, not really that great. I'll take it, but it's not really all that great.
Claim to the stars.
The secretary is shaking in terror, looking around at the devastation. Your lordship, what happened? Where is Lady Viat? Estenza Viat has been executed as a traitor to the Imperium. Her accomplices must be found and put to death immediately. Yeah. Oh no. Heresy. Heresy on Janus. The secretary makes a protective gesture over himself. May the God Emperor watch over us. Whatever the governor did, I had no knowledge of it. We will root out those who colluded with her right away. The secretary begins to speak, but thinks better of it, instead choosing to step aside and bow his head as you pass.
I won't tolerate weakness.
And my house is nothing but a cacophony of mechanical failures. I need to like pray to the machine spirits or something. My air conditioning won't turn on today, it seems. Just melting over here.
Victory awaits.
We now have control over the granaries of Janus. The promise to help given to the Liege of Footfall, Bladeum Tokara, can now be fulfilled, should the rogue trader so desire. I lose 5 provisions, and I gain 5 profit factor. This would be... what? Minus 10 provisions for 5 profit factor? Why would somebody choose that? Whatever. Here we, lose 5 provisions and gain 5 profit factor. We send provisions to Footfall, giving its inhabitants new hope and asserting their right to rule over the station. The inhabitants of Footfall Station will praise the rogue trader who spared them the painful choice between starvation and succumbing to the reign of Incendia Chorda. I got 15 iconoclast out of that. Nice. To welcome the new rogue trader, the Adeptus Mechanicus, planetary office, brought to the ship an offering of several versatile macro combines, ancient machines whose carcasses had been found on Janus and carefully restored. The Sacred Steel Titans will serve the Von Valencius dynasty. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Mobile Extractium +3. Alright. How long does the Insatiable Hunger debuff last? Forever? Because, if so, that really sucks. I'm gonna do the Decree on Diligence and see if that fixes it. I don't know. It probably won't. Issuing this decree will significantly tighten production quotas, dooming laggards to be processed into corpse starch, which will encourage the most diligent servants. Alright, so what can I get here on Janus? Star Blight. This is a Drukari weapon. Stimulants. Alright. So it's probably between these two. I can gain extra provisions and efficiency. Or chemicals provisions and security. Many planetary aristocrats have stained themselves with incompetence and lost their titles. The new nobility of chem princes will be created out of subjects who prove capable in sciences and governance, those who succeed in wisely managing their agri-complex fiefs, strictly maintaining obedience among the commoners, and increasing the output of rare organic chemicals will keep their position. This one does give a profit factor, but Janus is ailing, and who better to cure it than the sage genitors of the Magos biologists? Management of the agri-complexes will be taken away from the aristocrats and handed over to the servants of the Omnissiah, who will synchronize their operations for the benefit of the planet. I don't use these, like, ever. So I think I'm going to go with the Chem Princes. There's at least a chance that I use these. Okay, let's see. The following project must be completed in the Protectorate. Giants. What? Alright, so there's a project I need to do in the Protectorate Giants, apparently. Perhaps a Kiavagama project that I need to do that opens up this one. Okay, that would be cool. Gives a profit factor and 5 provisions. This gives a contract and chemicals and promethium at the cost of 3 provisions, which is fine. 3 provisions for 5 promethium and chemicals is great. When this gives 5 provisions for 1 promethium at the cost of a little plasteel, but I have 1 billion of that, so I'm not worried about that. Here for sloth, we lose some chemicals, and we gain efficiency. I might be okay with that. Science of Virtue. Or Rose of Zamarkand. This would be the Eye of Joyous, which is insane if you're a psyker, like an offensive psyker, and you're dogmatic. I am not. It's only against demons, but it's still really nice for later in the game. It does give Drusians favor, which is nice. Complacency at the cost of efficiency. I will probably be going this one because I don't need the Eye of Joyous. This gives Profit Factor, Caspelica Mission, and Chemicals. It's just going to be a while before I can do it because I will need the reputation. And then this is... Oh, this is a replenishing removes traumas medkit? Hello. With Profit Factor and Chemicals? Yeah, no, this is 100% the right call. I don't care about 5% more damage to Xenos. I'm not a damage dealer. And then we can look through here. Arcala's Honor. Power Sword. User gains +1 AP and immediately resets all cooldowns. Seeker of the Week. All enemies suffering from burning, toxin, or bleeding suffer a -30 penalty to dodge. Okay, that's kind of cool. For now, though, I think that's going to be it for the stream today. My room is too warm at the moment. And, yeah. Between the technical issues earlier and whatnot, I have been streaming for about 5 hours. Just sucks that it was interrupted midway through. Sorry, 5 hours? 4 hours. I wanted to stream way longer today, but my room is just unbearably hot. So, thank you all for stopping by. Very much appreciate it. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit that follow button. And I will be back tomorrow with more Rogue Trader. Thanks again. Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow.